Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mustansar Yaqub and I am English language and IELTS trainer. Today in this video I would like to discuss about IELTS writing task 2, that is essay writing. And essay writing seems to be a little bit difficult to all IELTS candidates, because in IELTS writing task 2, in essay writing, you have to write down your very own ideas from your mind. You have to transform those ideas into words. And in essay writing, some students, they also find difficulty in giving their ideas. How to create those ideas? Well, it's very important that you should have some specific ideas related to the topic that you can write down in your essay. In this video, I would like to discuss some of the question types in IELTS writing task 2. You might have these type of questions, so you must be ready to give your ideas in these types of questions. Now let's start. The very first type of question is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? In this type of question type, actually you need to take only one side of the arguments. Then you don't talk about the other side of the arguments. And you also have to support your opinion. It's not something that you just give your opinion. You must give the reasons, some kind of logics you can give, and you can support your opinion. So in this type of question type, to what extent do you agree or disagree, you need to take only one side. And let me give you one simple question from this question type, and that is, some people think that the only purpose of working hard is to earn money. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? In this type of question, you need to actually take either side of the statement. If you think that working hard is only and only for earning money, then you need to actually give your ideas and you support them also. And if you think that only the purpose of working hard is not just money, there are many other reasons for working hard, then you need to support your opinion with some examples, as well as you can also add something from your own experience. So this type of question type is very common in IELTS writing task 2. Now let's discuss the second question type in IELTS writing task 2, and that is, discuss both views and give your opinion. Now in this type of question type, you have to discuss the both sides of the arguments, as well as you need to give your opinion. So you have to have some good ideas for the both sides of the arguments, and your opinion once again must be supported with some examples, reasons, as well as some logical arguments you can also give in your essay. Now let's take an example from this question type, and the example is, some people believe that punishment is the only purpose of prisons, while others believe that prisons exist for various reasons. If you look at this topic, so you can see once again there are two sides of this statement. Either you think that the prisons are only for the punishment for the criminals, then definitely you have to give your ideas accordingly. And if you think that there are many other purposes of the prisons instead of only the punishment, then you have to give your ideas for this as well. So you need to discuss the both sides of the arguments and you add your opinion. You have to give your opinion in the introduction, as well as you must mention your opinion in conclusion at the end of the essay as well. So in this type of question type, discuss both views and give your opinion. So you need to actually give your ideas for the both sides of the topic, as well as you must add your opinion. Now the next question type in IELTS writing task 2 is, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Well, they sometimes also use merits and demerits, pros and cons, or they can also use benefits and drawbacks. So in this type of question type in IELTS writing task 2, you have to discuss actually the advantages as well as the disadvantages also. But there is one thing very important in these types of question type. They also ask you, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Now in this actually kind of essay, you have to add your opinion. If you think that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, or you can think in opposite. So it is up to you that how do you take your ideas accordingly. Now I would like to give you one example so that you can understand this type of question type in IELTS writing task 2. And the question is, in some countries, governments are encouraging industries and businesses to move to regional areas outside the big cities. Do the advantages of this trend outweigh the disadvantages? You can see in this essay you have been given a statement in which you are going to discuss. Either you think that the advantages are more and the disadvantages are less. So it means that advantages outweighs the disadvantages. And if you think that disadvantages are more and the advantages are less for this kind of question, then obviously you can take this side of the arguments. So you need to discuss actually first the advantages and the disadvantages, and you also have to add your very own opinion whatever you decide for it. Now the next question type in essay writing I would like to discuss with you is, what are the causes and the solutions? So you can see in this type of question type in essay writing, actually you have to discuss the causes, the reasons, as well as you have to give the solutions to this problem. So this type of question type you may have in IELTS writing task 2, and you must be ready for it. Let's take an example for this kind of question. Despite improvements in vehicle technology, there are still large numbers of road accidents. Explain some of the causes of these accidents and suggest some measures that could be taken to address the problem. Now you can see in this type of question you are asked first to give the causes. Even the technology has improved, but still there are large numbers of road accidents. What are the reasons or what are the causes behind these road accidents? So in this type of question type, you need to discuss actually not only the causes, you also need to give the solutions to this problem. So this type of question type is also quite common. You might have in IELTS writing task 2. So you should prepare some good and interesting ideas for these types of questions. Now the last question type I would like to discuss with you about IELTS writing task 2 is multiple or two-part question tasks. Well, the topic is one, but there are two different aspects of this topic, and you need to discuss the both aspects of the topic. So in this kind of question type, you have to discuss two different points of view. Now let's take an example of this question type then you will understand it clearly. And the question is, many people around the world are choosing to move to live in cities. What problems do people experience in big cities? Should governments encourage people to move to smaller towns? You can see in this question they have asked you two different questions. So you need to discuss both of them. If you miss any one of them, then you will be penalized. So guys, in this video you have learned different types of questions in IELTS writing task 2. And remember, you must practice IELTS writing as many times as possible before you appear for IELTS exam. More you practice, more you become proficient and you get actually a skill. It's a skill, writing an essay. So if you practice it more and more, so every attempt helps you to become better. I'll come up again and give you more knowledge about IELTS. I teach English language and IELTS online. If you wish to join my online classes, you can contact me on this number. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you keep on getting more and more videos about English language and IELTS. I wish you all very best of luck for your IELTS exam. I'll see you again very soon. I should take you leave now. Take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.